I also saw that Ethan Ralph wanted to kind of get in on the steel toe stuff. I thought that was kind of cute and funny because, Ethan Ralph, I'll say this about him. He's a pro wrestler. I don't think Ethan Ralph has a genuine bone in his body. I know he did a stream a while ago. Well, he's done multiple streams where he was like, obviously on some sort of substance. He was having one of those kind of streams. And, he sees what's good for business, and he sees that you got to hitch your wagons to somebody bigger than you, somebody more talked about than you to get attention. And he decided to crack whip with me. And he's like, since your anniversary show is falling apart, and I'm like, it's not really falling apart. I get to pick new people. The two people I have my eyes on, by the way, Corey Adam, Adrian, Washington. And I'm getting at least one of them. I did, by the way, I did send a message to Devin, who was in our chat and sent us some PayPal stuff yesterday. I did send him an apology. I did say that, I listened to someone about you, and I'm hearing from a lot of people that that's not the case. And that person went on the air and said a lot of horrible things, and I backed him up. There were horrible things said about this guy on the air, and I backed him up because that's what I was told. And I'm finding out different. So I did apologize to him. I was a man. I apologized to Devin, and I sent Adrian an apology text yesterday. I'm like, you were accused of some things that I'm starting to believe now never happened. I mean, this is kind of becoming a trend. I'm being told these accusations are levied against these guys, and then you garner a whole bunch of sympathy from these accusations, and it feeds like a dopamine rush. But then it turns out you investigate, you look into it, it probably didn't happen. Like the stuff that was accused about Adrian was fucking wild, and I bought it, and it drove a wedge between Adrian and I. Same way I had a wedge driven between me and my family, myself and some friends, my own parents, and now friends. Like so I recognized the pattern. I was like, look, if you're going to high road this shit, you got to do some uncomfortable stuff. So I did text Adrian Washington yesterday. I said, I owe you a serious apology. And I'm going to take that cease and desist we got from him down, because I'm starting to learn that cease and desist was completely earned. Some really fucked up, foul, incorrect shit was being said, and I was co-signing it. So I apologize. Publicly, I apologize. If you're going to make the slander public, you should make the apology public. I apologize to Adrian Washington, and if anyone can get him a clip of this, please do. I apologize to Adrian Washington. He was lied about on these airwaves. He's a better guy than that. He deserves better, and I'm sorry that I let it happen. It's my show. It's my responsibility. I let it happen, and I backed it up, and I apologize for that. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, so anyway, the Ethan Ralph thing. So he sees Steel Toe's been blowing up for some time, and I'm sure Ethan Ralph, like a lot of people, I've been hearing about my 15 minutes for 2 months. It's kind of crazy, right? 15 minutes, I guess, in internet time is 2, 3, 4 months. I don't know what 15 minutes is. The fact is, it's not a 15 minutes. We got a nice audience bump. We're going to keep our audience bump because people get exposed to our show, and it's a fun hang for 4 hours in the morning. But Ethan Ralph decided to chime in and say that he wants to come do our anniversary show, and that he wants to box me. Another guy who wants to box me. I love boxing. I'll always box if people want to box. August 24th, I think John DiCaprio should come here, and we should do our boxing match. I'll wait for John to respond on that. But as far as Ethan goes, he says, pay me, Pay me $1,500 and I'll come up and do your anniversary show. I'm going to kind of treat this the way that Gavin McInnes treats the contract thing. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. If I pay Ethan Ralph $1,500, first of all, most of my audience right now is saying who. Second of all, I don't get that $1,500 back. And I'm not saying this to be insulting. I'm saying this because I know my audience and I know what I do. Like, Ethan Ralph is not a draw in steel toe world, People don't know who Ethan Ralph is in steel toe world. So I don't need him to perform at the anniversary show because he'll probably just come and get fucked up and embarrass himself. And I don't want to be responsible for like videos on the internet of some guy being fucked up and embarrassing himself. I don't do that. So he can save himself the embarrassment. But if, I've always said if people want to box, I love getting in the ring. I'll take him in the ring. We'll have some fun. If he needs to get paid, I would go in there and just spar and work with him and move around with him and go at his pace. I would have no problem with that. If he wants to do some kind of like spar fight kind of thing and he needs money, I'll make him this offer. And the clipping channels need to get this because I'm going to be done with work and I'm going to go. But I would say if he wants to come out and spar with me or box with me or whatever, and he needs money, I'll give him $1,000 for every minute he stays on his feet. That's a good deal, right? There's a lot of people who take that. I mean, I'm not Mike Tyson. I'm not fucking Alexander Usyk. I'm not Deontay Wilder over here. A little Ryan Garcia once in a while. But yeah, if he flies himself out, I'll give him, and he needs some money for it, and he wants to be part of it. He wants some steel toe rub. He wants some steel toe shine. I'll give him some. We'll film it. We'll do the whole thing. Documented, proven. $1,000 a minute he stays on his feet. We'll do like a 3-minute round kind of thing. First minute, he goes down. He's got to get through the minute. Then the second minute starts. He stays on his feet for that. I give him $1,000. He stays on his feet for one 3-minute round. He makes $3,000. And then $1,000 for every minute after that until he decides he's done. So that's my offer to Ethan Ralph. I appreciate the offer for the anniversary show. I don't need you. We've been putting on great shows for 10 years with people Ethan Ralph's never even heard of. We'll continue to put on great shows. I appreciate the offer. I don't see it as any kind of disrespect. I appreciate your offer to help. But I don't need to pay you $1,500. If I gave Ethan Ralph $1,500 and Corey Adams should then never speak to me again. But if he wants to do the boxing thing, I'll move around with him in the ring a little bit. And if he needs money, like I said, $1,000 for every minute he lasts. I'll wait on him for his response. All right.